Hello, all, and welcome to All Red. It was a perfect Sunday for Liverpool, a perfect Sunday for Liverpool fans all over the world, as Liverpool, with another comeback win against Brighton and a snooze-fest at the Etihad, which we all enjoyed watching, even though it was super boring. But we loved the draw. Maximum points dropped for City and Arsenal, and Liverpool are back on top of the table. That's right. Oh, it's a delicious Sunday. Very interesting start to the match for Liverpool, of course. 90 seconds for Danny Welbeck to hit an absolute screamer. You know, it's just, you can't really blame anybody for that. Obviously, our defense could have cleared it out, but Welbeck with an absolute screamer. I mean, just like, that was a Sturridge type goal, where it was just you had no business hitting it that hard. With the angle that he had on it. But Welbeck scores in the second minute, and, way too early to be scoring against Liverpool. What was he thinking? The Reds certainly had enough time to mount the comeback. Luis Diaz in the 27th minute with just a perfect Luis Diaz type goal, where he was in the right place at the right time. Scavenger, and he put that one away. And then, that goal by Salah in the 65th minute, that was one of the sweetest goals of the year. Just the smoothness of it. I mean, it just went down so smooth. Dommy Slobbers with an absolute rocket of a pass. Normally, a player that hits it like he hit it, you'd think, oh, he mishit that. He meant to put it in to the box. But Slobbers with just an absolute laser to McAllister, who knew exactly what to do with it, giving it to Salah in the perfect position, and it was really an easy finish for Salah in the end. So that goal was just like, so good, so good. And then, it was fairly easy to see the game out after that. And a 2-1 victory, which is just perfect for what we needed before the massive match at the Etihad between Arsenal and City. So, I think there's a couple observations that I want to make from this game. Liverpool beating Brighton 2-1. First, Roberto De Zerbi did well in a very difficult place to come to at Anfield, and I will say this: I don't want him as Liverpool's manager. I just don't think he's there yet. I don't think he can live up to the shoes. Not that I don't think anybody can, Klopp's shoes, but the shoes that are needed to fill the Liverpool managerial position. Okay, so I don't want him. But I'm going to trust Michael Edwards on that one. Okay, number 2. Anfield was absolutely roaring. Every time we got the ball in the attacking third, it was like a tidal wave of Anfield support that just flooded in. I mean, there were several chances. Salah had so many chances when it was still 1-0. We were down. And just the absolute roar of Anfield was just so powerful. It was just amazing because, like me watching it at home, or people watching it at a pub or wherever, you kind of have the feeling of, okay, we're down 1-0 in the second minute. Obviously, we're going to come back and we're going to score. And that's what it felt like. Anfield was just ready to erupt. They were ready to see the comeback once again. And sure enough, it happened. But hands down, just top of the line support at Anfield this year. And it's just fantastic to hear it. Just to hear the crowd just go crazy. Even when we're down 1-0 and we're missing open chances, they continue to support because they believe, like we all do. And it's just a joy. It's a joy to listen to that through the television. Through the telly. Okay, third thing. I got two more, I promise. Dominic Szoboszlai, I think he's back. Yesterday was a really impressive game for him. He was making runs. He was taking chances. He was hitting shots outside the box that looked pretty dang good. And then just his passing, his vision, he had some really, really solid, just clinical incisions through the defense yesterday. And I was really, really excited to see that, because I think if he starts playing at the levels he's capable of alongside of McAllister, that is potentially the best midfield duo in the country and top 3 to 5 in the world, because number 4, Alexis McAllister, is world class, okay? Alexis McAllister, definitely top 3 midfielder in England right now. And I don't even know who's ahead of him, because it's not De Bruyne, and I'm trying to think of somebody, maybe Declan Rice, but I feel like McAllister has leapfrogged above him as well. He is, week in and week out, producing world-class performances in that midfield. And that price tag of 37 million that we bought him for is just getting sweeter and sweeter. And I'm here for it. I think I think the midfield overhaul has been a ridiculously resounding success, because you have McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, who are now our de facto starting 3 in the midfield. When everybody's healthy, I think those 3 are starting. And we didn't even have any of those guys before the season. Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai seemed like the only true, oh, we wanted this guy. McAllister, I guess, because they brought him in really early in the transfer window. But even that was 37 million. Okay, yeah, he'll be a good squad player. Well, now we have potentially the best midfielder in England, Alexis McAllister, who can do it all. He can defend, he can attack, his passing is ridiculous, he can score worldies. And then we have Dominik Szoboszlai, who has been a little up and down this year, but it seemed like this game was finally okay, he's back. Dommy Schlabbers is back. And that's good. That's good for business. Liverpool wasn't comfortable. 2-1 win, another comeback win, 7th of the year, which is, I think, more than we've ever accomplished in a Premier League season. And then just a quick note on the snooze-fest at the Etihad, which was a delight. It was a delight because Liverpool had taken care of business at that point, and it was just a sit back and enjoy, just sit back and enjoy the ride, because no matter what, somebody was dropping points. And I don't care what you felt about the match or whatever, as a Liverpool fan, you wanted a draw. You wanted a draw for maximum points droppage. And that's what happened. And now Liverpool sit comfortably atop the Premier League. Not comfortably, but 2 points ahead of Arsenal, 3 points ahead of City. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Still everything to play for. 9 matches remaining. Tons and tons and tons of Premier League football to play. There are 27 points still left to win. And I think Liverpool have to make sure they get all 27. I think that's what it's still going to take. Now, coming up, by the way, hold on. By the way, Manchester City, they just don't seem like themselves, especially now, late March, early April. They're just not producing the types of results that we are used to seeing at this time of year. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but that game yesterday at the Etihad, previously Arsenal at the Etihad was disastrous for them. I think they lost 5-0, 4-1 in the last couple of years there. Yesterday was, it was 0-0, and it was just boring. Now, City are facing injuries. They are. And dare I say, Kevin De Bruyne just hasn't quite looked like himself against top opponents. Now, I know that they're going to have a string of games where City really aren't playing, difficult opponents. But this week, they have Aston Villa at home, and that could be a very difficult match for them. That's going to be an interesting one because Villa, we know what happened the first time around when Villa were at home, a 1-0 win. And City were much more in form back then than they are now. So continue to hope and pray for dropped points there. But anyways, match week coming up here. What is it? Match week 30. Oh, by the way, nice try. David Coot, is it Cootie? Nice try, bro, on the refereeing stuff that you were refereeing. That was you're not even trying to hide it anymore, maybe. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yellow cards in that game. 5 to Liverpool, by the way. It's just getting a little ridiculous. And I can't do anything about it. And I don't think anybody else can. But Liverpool kind of just need to keep playing in a way to where referee decisions don't determine the outcome of games. Easier said than done, because we know that yellow and red cards can be given at will to anyone at any time for any action. But let's start putting these games away, okay? Okay, midweek fixtures coming up. We'll do some other coverage on those, but every game now, every single game is important. Every single game is a final, and it just, the intensity has to be there. We do have a string of difficult away games coming up, but this week it's Anfield against Sheffield. We'll be watching with that. That'll be a fun one, I hope. It's a Premier League fixture, so it's not a given. But that's really our last game for a while at Anfield, I believe, because then we have United away. We have Crystal Palace after that at home, and then it's some difficult matches. It's Fulham away, which is going to be a really tricky match. And then we've got Goodison Park, Everton away right after that. So, busy schedule. 3 days after we go away to Everton, it's away to West Ham. So tricky. But you know what? If I was going to pick any team to get through that unscathed, it would be this Liverpool team. Okay? So proud of the boys. It feels good to be sitting atop the Premier League once again. And up the Reds. Thanks for watching this all red clip. If you liked the video, click the like button and comment below. Let me know something about whatever it is you want to say. And of course, consider joining the All Red community by subscribing to this channel. It's fast, it's easy, it's free, and it's all red. And you're welcome to stay here and keep watching this video as long as you like. But I actually need to go. So thank you. I'll see you later.